Welcome to Craftify AI tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how to work with automations. So if you've been so tired at the end of the day and you're like, oh gosh, I forgot to send all of these follow-up emails, or I need to click that something needs to be processed, this can help out a lot and do a lot of that hard work in the background so you don't even have to think about it. So let's get started. First of all, to get to automations in Craftify AI, you'll log in, and then on the left-hand side, you'll find automations right here. You can choose new automation here if you see that you haven't set one up before, or you can choose the button up here. Now, first of all, we have only email is available right now, but soon we are getting many more different types of automations coming soon. So be on the lookout. We'll choose email and click next. Now, when are we going to have the automation happen? Is it going to be a schedule? So we're talking daily, weekly, or monthly on a special time that'll repeat? Or are we going to choose important dates? So birthdays, anniversaries, New Year's Eve, things like that to send out emails? Or are we going to choose when something happens? So it's going to be triggered by an event. I'm going to go through that one because it's a little bit more complicated. Now, when something happens, this is a great moment for you to specify exactly when something happens in Craftify AI, when an email will be sent to certain users. We can set it all up here. Now, basically, what is our event? Here we have a few events that are already here. If the contact's been created, if we've added to a segment, or in this case, I'm going to show you how to use when an interaction is logged. If you need to learn more about interactions in general, there's a tutorial about how to set up custom interactions. And then also you can see that in the contacts tutorial, we talk about interactions as well. Now, when an interaction happens, so basically, let's just say a customer has purchased something and we want to log that in our system so that they get an email. What we'll do is we'll go and understand which contact and what interaction is happening for them to receive this message. So contact type first. We're going to start here and we're going to choose the type of contact. Here we have all these different contacts, as you've learned probably in the interactions and in the tutorial on contacts, is that when you have a different type of contact, you'll have different types of interactions that work specifically for those types. So in this case, I'll just show you what it's like to send to a customer, for example. And then we're going to choose interaction type here. What is the interaction that's happening? So you'll see some generic ones above and then also our custom ones that we've added. So here I'm going to say they ordered something custom. All right. Now, you can also use a filter on your interaction. So when you've written a note, for example, you can use keywords from that to exclude or include when working with this filter. I'm going to leave that blank for now. Now, when should this go? Should it go immediately or should we wait after some time? Do you want that email to be sent a day or two after they've ordered it, or do you want it to happen immediately when they've received that, when that order is placed? I'm going to say immediately in this case. Here's some additional options that are also optional for you to be able to personalize. So if you want to skip something that's already happened recently, you can do that here. And then your duration of the automation, is this going to run forever, or are we going to run this only until June, for example? So basically you want to set this up the way it works best for you. Then choose next when you're ready. All right, what should we be? What is the email that we're going to send when we've got this client that's ordered something? So I'm going to go ahead and say this thank you note here. So basically, all of the emails that you've already created in Craftify AI are here as options for you to send that email. If you haven't set any emails up as already, then that's another step that you'll need to do before starting an automation, is create the email that you really want to be for these specific automations before we get started. Okay. Now, you can learn to do that also in our email tutorial. Now, first of all, we've chosen that. We're going to choose next. And we're going to see now when are we going to send this email and how is it going to get sent? So we can choose to send them directly. We have our domain already set up. We can choose this to send it through Zapier, or we could receive a reminder for us to send it later. Now, in this certain account that I'm working with, I don't have the domain configured yet, but you know what? I'll go ahead and do that a little bit later. So I'll choose remind me to send later for right now just to show you how this all works. Now you can then save your automation. It'll automatically put in a thank you reminder based on a user interaction, but you can name this anything you'd like. I'm gonna go ahead and save and activate. Now, further on, later on, when I need to come back to our automations and edit them or change them, I can see them and view them always here in the automation section. So as you see here, we have a thank you reminder. This is the one we just created. I can choose to view it here, or with these three dots, I can choose to deactivate it, for example, or I can delete it and make a different automation. Also, once you've got quite a few here, it can be easy to get lost, so you can search them using keywords at any time. So I hope this is helpful for you understanding how to send automated emails to your customer base really easily and really simply. I hope you have a great day and happy crafting.